What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mo, and I'm back with another video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. Become part of the All-Star team. So yeah, basically this video is going to be a review, my very first review of Spider-Man 2, the new video game that came out. Man, let me say this. This video contains spoilers. If you haven't played the game or you haven't beaten the game yet, do not watch this video if you don't want it spoiled for you, because it will contain spoilers. This game is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Literally, this game is perfect. Like, the mechanics on like how you play, the web swing has been improved. I love the gliding. There's like the fighting obviously is amazing. They gave Peter like, you know what I'm saying, the mechanical arms, and then they improved on Miles's powers. You being able to switch between them whenever you want it is amazing. Them having their own like side missions and stuff, that's very creative. The side missions have gotten a lot better from the first two games. The first two games, it was just chasing pigeons around and, you know, helping kidnap people. But now you stopping fires, you know what I'm saying, bicycling, you having a good time. Like, and then, oh man, this game is just so creative and different. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did. Like, it exceeded my expectations, which were already super high. They were already high. So we're gonna talk about the, you know, hero of the game, which would be Peter. This man, Peter, is a beast, man. That's all I could say. And on top of that, he's a great hero because literally the first level of the game, this man got fired from his job because he was being Spider-Man. You know what his job is? He was a teacher. And he abandoned his children during a citywide emergency so that he can go and beat up the emergency as Spider-Man. But when I tell you with great power comes great responsibility, there's no one more responsible than Peter Parker. This man is the GOAT for a reason. That's all I can really say. But yeah, basically, Peter also is going through his, you know, financial stuff because he ain't never been rich. He's always been, you know, a broke kid from Queens. But yeah, he also wants MJ to move in with him because he wants to take the next step in their relationship. And he ends up seeing his homeboy Harry. Bruh, Harry looks healthy, smooth, swagooed out, you know what I'm saying? He got his bomber jacket on. He like, hey, what's up, Pete? I miss you. Man, let's go for a ride. You get to ride the bikes in this game. I didn't think that I would like the simple stuff, but it's really simple because like later on in the game, you get to play all the games in Coney Island. You get to ride the roller coasters. I actually enjoyed that stuff. That stuff was kind of fun. But yeah, so you and Harry are riding the bikes, sneaking through school, and then you get flashbacks and you get to play as young Peter sneaking through school. But yeah, that right there, that really got me out. Insomniac, if you're listening, I want more young Peter flashbacks in the third game because that was actually very fun to do. Okay. So yeah, then that boy Harry gives Peter a job to try and help him heal the world at Emily and May Foundation. Emily being Harry's mom and May being Peter's aunt, who have both, you know, passed away, but want them to do greater things in life. So they say that they're going to heal the world. And man, that boy Harry took that thing to the extreme because that building was huge. It had a particle accelerator. It had a person that was trying to stop hunger. It was incredible. It looked like a place that Peter would love to work at, and he did accept the job. So it was W by my mans. But ooh, let's get into that boy Kraven. This man Kraven is a beast. He is a great villain. Like, he was a problem throughout the entire game. Like, literally, he was the villain for, I'd say, 80% of the game. This man, Kraven, was out here just, god dog, causing mayhem because he wanted to find somebody that was a real challenge to him. As soon as you meet him, you see this swole dude looking for Craven. Craven pops up behind him. He's bigger than him, talking about some, I've been in your shadows for hours and you didn't see me. Chokes him, boom, over with. I'm like, yo, this man is already a problem. He said, I'm finna go to New York and find me somebody strong enough to beat me. He was going through all of Spider-Man's villains, beating all of them. He's like, man, ain't nobody strong enough to beat me, man. What's up? What's up? He even manages to hurt Peter and that's how Peter ends up getting the symbiote. Because that man Craven caught the little punch. And then Peter's like, oh snap, I can't see, I can't breathe. Bruh, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Oh man, that man, Craven, was a problem the entire game, and I loved it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Now, yeah, so next we got to talk about my boy Miles. Miles in this game was done like perfectly well. And it's crazy because he wasn't treated like a sidekick. He was treated like another Spider-Man, which that was like my biggest I hope they don't treat Miles like a sidekick, but they didn't. It was basically like two main characters in the show. I loved that. Miles had his own like side missions separate from Peter, so he would help out his school, and then there were like side missions you could do as either one. It really didn't matter. But yeah, this man Miles was used properly. He was used excellently. I don't know how else you could use him because he had his own problem where he was dealing with Martin Lee escaping prison. And he's like, dang, man, I really want to take revenge out on Martin Lee. But then Peter's like, nah, man, we're Spider-Man. We don't take revenge. We try to help people. This man Miles ended up being a better Spider-Man than Peter, to be honest with you, because he literally reformed Martin Lee into being a good guy at the end of the game. And then on top of that, he was just like MVP. He was fighting Venom, fighting Craven. He was doing all this stuff without the symbiote. He even fought Peter with the symbiote to free him. Miles is MVP of the game. He's the most valuable player. He did what he had to do, and he's an amazing Spider-Man. And on top of that, at the end of the game, Peter ends up retiring. We know he's not retiring because he's going to be back for the third game. Peter ends up retiring, and Miles is now the main Spider-Man of New York City. I can't say this enough. Miles Morales, you are the MVP of Spider-Man 2 of that video game. Nobody was better than you. Last, but definitely not least, we have Harry Osborn. This man, Harry, was so nice and cool in the beginning of the game, right? Because he was healed. He was feeling a lot better because the symbiote was the thing that was keeping him alive from the disease that he had that his mom passed away from. And Norman Osborn, he was really, really cool. He was non-problematic. He was really cool throughout the entire game. Well, until the end, but I'll tell you about that later. But yeah, so that boy Harry ends up becoming a superhero and saving Spider-Man in Coney Island, and with the symbiote. He actually becomes Agent Venom. So then that boy, Peter is like, yo, we should team up. And then Harry's like, yeah, you my dog. Bruh, they end up going on a couple missions together, having a good time saving the city, right? As soon as Peter gets hurt, the symbiote goes from Harry to Peter, and now Peter has the black suit. So that boy Harry is getting sick again, and he wants Peter to return the suit. But black suit Peter is kind of like a jerk. So he was like, man, I'm gonna find Connors, which is the lizard, to give us a cure. Then the lizard ends up telling Peter, you have to destroy the suit. And Peter said, you want to destroy us? Now, when he starts saying us and we and all that, he's a little too far gone, So that's why Miles had to rip the suit off of him. Once he got the suit off of him, Harry wanted it back. And Peter was like, no, we gotta destroy this suit. And then Harry's like, what? I saved your life. You don't want to save mine? So then he ends up breaking the container that the suit was in. The symbiote explodes and crawls to Harry. Harry then becomes Venom, and you get to play as Venom on this level. That junk was so fun, bruh. You just rampage through Oscorp, destroying like every single one of the guards that's going through there. Then you go all the way to Times Square. Craven pulls up. You beat up Craven. At the end of it, you bite his head off as Venom, and then you try to take over the city. You're leaving all these symbiote nests. You're turning people into symbiotes and causing a bigger spider for both the Spider-Men. And man, oh man, that man Harry was just, he went from a nice, wholesome man to a straight Black Air Force Venom menace throughout New York City, because he ended up trying to make the whole planet into Venoms so that he can heal the world. And one of the worst things that happened was like, he pulled up to Peter's house when Mary Jane was there and turned her into a symbiote called Scream. And she ended up fighting Peter. And you know that was heartbreaking, because he has to fight his girlfriend while she's saying all this mean stuff about him. That man Harry was just a menace throughout the entire game. He was a great villain. I loved it. Man. Now, the ending of the game was incredible. So let me start with the last stretch. Basically, Dr. Connors told Peter that he had a little bit of the symbiote left inside of him. So Martin Lee and Miles go inside of his mind to try and take it out. Martin Lee then uses all of his powers to try and take out the symbiote, but it ends up making Peter have an anti-venom suit. So it's all white with the black emblem. It's clean. This man, Peter and Miles, then say, Venom's trying to take over the city. Let's stop him. So Venom needs this little meteor in order to build nests all around the world. So both the Spider-Men end up devising a plan where Mary Jane sneaks in, gets the meteor, and then Miles fights off the symbiotes, and Peter leads Venom somewhere else so that they can all, take the meteor to the particle accelerator at Emily and May Foundation and destroy it. Man, when I tell you that sequence was amazing, that was a fun time to play MJ, because it was kind of like playing Call of Duty. You got to shoot the symbiotes with your little blaster thing, and then you fought Venom as Peter at the school. And then after that, Venom ends up growing wings because he finds out that you guys took the meteor, and flies to Emily and May Foundation, and then fights Miles. So you get to fight him as both Spider-Men, right? Then Peter's trying to cure him, and you can get a little bit of Harry. So Harry's like, listen, you have to kill me. So then Peter's like, I don't want to do it. But then the meteor starts acting crazy, and it's drowning Miles, and then Mary Jane's getting swarmed by a bunch of symbiotes. So Peter's like, dang, I have to do this. He ends up doing it, and then Harry ends up passing away. But then Miles is like, I think I can save him, and shocks him back to life. So Harry's alive, which is lit. That's what we all wanted. But then Norman Osborn comes with his helicopter talking about what did you do to my son? Bruh, we actually saved his life. But Harry is in a coma-ish. So this man Norman then says, get the G serum, which means we're getting Green Goblin in the next game. And then the post-credit scene of it, you have Norman visiting Dr. Octopus, asking, do you know who the Spider-Men are? And he says, why? And then Norman's like, what are you writing? And he says, the final chapter. It's so incredible. It's literally amazing. And then Peter and Miles have dinner at Peter's house and stuff, and then they get an alert on the phone. Miles comes dressed up as Spider-Man already, saying, "Are you ready to go?" And then Peter's like, "Listen, man, I kind of want to retire from this and let you be Spider-Man." And Miles was like, "Don't even worry about it, bro. You be Peter Parker. I got the city. Don't even worry about it." Bro, beautiful. So yeah, that man Miles is the main Spider-Man now. So now I'm thinking we're either gonna get a Miles Morales Spider-Man 2 or just have him for the DLC, or we're just gonna go straight into Spider-Man 3. I don't really know, but this game that we're at right now, Spider-Man 2, Insomniac, you guys did your thing. It's beautiful. It's an amazing story. All the characters are well fleshed out, and it's just perfect, man. I'm happy that I was able to play this game on launch day, and yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm giving y'all a 10 out of 10 review for real. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my very first review. I'll be making more of these for like movies and stuff that's like that I'm really into. I'll be making more like reviews in the future. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Become part of the All-Star team. And I'll be back with more content. Thank you guys so much and have an amazing day.